Hey, what's up guys? Mo the dog trainer. Believe it or not, it's Mo the dog trainer. I shaved my beard. I just wanted to talk to you guys about something that I just experienced. Just experienced watching. I was walking past this house and the dog was barking out the window. And the reason I'm sharing this is because maybe you can relate to your dog, or maybe you have a dog that's reactive through the windows and you want him to stop. You want to teach him to stop. So what I experienced was I was walking in front of the house and the dog started barking at me. I think it was like a border collie. So the owner, it looks like he grabbed his collar and he kind of like lifted him up. Like basically, maybe he had like a choke chain. I'm not sure because I couldn't see what the dog had on. But I'm sure that when the owner pulled the dog up, the dog, you couldn't hear the dog barking for a couple seconds. Then he released them, and then the dog started barking again, and then he grabbed them again and choked them. So, and I started thinking, well, he's probably stopping the dog from barking, but what he's doing is he's associating the people that are walking out his window with choking, with something negative. So if you're doing that to your dog, if you're punishing your dog for watching somebody looking at the window and barking at the person, barking at the mailman, barking at the UPS guy, and you're punishing the dog for doing that, he's going to associate those people with punishment, with something negative. So what's another way that you can train your dog not to bark at people? Well, a lot of the training is just management. When you manage your dog's environment, you avoid all these unwanted behaviors that you hate, that the dog barks, that, I want my dog to stop barking. He's a dog, he's gonna bark. Can you teach him to bark less? Yeah, you can put it on cue, reward him when he barks, when you tell him to, and then don't reward him when he barks because you didn't tell him to bark. But the dogs are gonna bark, they're dogs. So management is going to be your friend. Instead of choking your dog for somebody walking past your house, and then he's going to associate the person, the mailman, with something negative, and then eventually if the dog's outside, he can possibly chase the person or bite the person because he thinks that the person is going to bring him pain. The person is going to bring him a choke, like the guy was doing with his dog. So another thing that you can do is, how about instead of choking the dog, associate food with the person, associate food with the mailman, associate food, with people walking past the house. So basically, that's something you have to train your dog, maybe with clicker training. Every time your dog sees someone, call your dog, give him a food treat. Every time he barks, or, obviously you don't want to, reward the barking, but what you want to do is, you want to teach the dog that if he sees a person, to run to you so he can get a treat. So that's better than the dog seeing the person as a threat. The dog is going to see the person as an opportunity to get a food reward. So I just pointed that out to you guys. I know for those of you who have dogs, maybe your dog does this type of behavior and you don't know how to stop it. I will associate it with food, or call them and then give them a food treat. That's why I always tell people never to punish their dog for when you call them by name, or when you're calling them as a recall, when you want them to come to you. You want to reward your dog every time he comes to you, and every time you say his name. You want those things to mean something positive. So like that, in a case like the mailman going past your house, if you call your dog, he's going to come right away because he knows he's going to get a reward, and he's going to associate the mailman with something yummy, not a choke. So there's my message to you guys. I just wanted to tune in and share that with you guys as something that that goes through my mind every time I see something that that it can be trained some other way instead of with punishment. Well, thank you for watching. Till my next video.